Hi everyone, my name is Haley and I want to talk to you about drug abuse and its effect on children. Imagine being elementary school age and having to raise your younger sibling. Imagine having to get yourself up and ready for school because your parent is too high on drugs to help you. Imagine coming home from school and having to find food for yourself because your parent is too busy on drug deals and nowhere to be found. These are all scenarios that children being raised by drug abusers deal with daily. Who we grew up with and are raised by affects us throughout our lives. I grew up with a sister who has drug abuse issues, and I never noticed until she had children and they were neglected. Being raised by a drug abuser risks children being physically, mentally, and emotionally abused, and the best option for their safety is loved ones stepping in to help. In households with drug abusers, there comes troubles with the law, chaos, and physical and emotional abuse. Households ran by drug abusers are completely chaotic. In this article called Guide for Children of Addicted Parents, they state, in a stable household, the parents take on the role as the caregiver. They provide shelter, emotional support, and financial security. When drug abuse is involved, the roles are reversed and the children are often taking on the role as the caregiver. Drug abuse and domestic abuse are closely tied together. According to the American Society of Addiction Medicine, 40 to 60% of domestic violence incidents co-occur with drug abuse. Many children are witnessing that domestic abuse, leaving them to suffer from symptoms of PTSD. As you can see from these examples, drug abuse not only affects children physically, but also emotionally. The emotional and mental stress of having to care for themselves and for their parents who are abusing drugs can affect a child for the rest of their lives. Children who must provide for themselves because their parents are physically or mentally absent are at a high risk of injury, exposure to crime, malnutrition, and isolation from their peers. As we come to a closing, I want to leave you with this. All children deserve sober parents. We cannot force drug addicts to get clean for their children, but we can eliminate the children from that equation by placing them with their own loved ones. Placing these children with their loved ones is easier on the children than placing them into the foster care system. A parent's drug abuse not only affects a child's current lifestyle and emotional health, but also their future development and their mental health. Being raised by a drug abuser risks children being physically, mentally, and emotionally abused, and the best option for their safety is loved ones stepping in to help. If you or someone you know is abusing drugs, it is important for you to know the long-lasting effects it has on children. All children deserve to be loved and nurtured, and many don't realize the long-lasting effects that it has on children. Thanks for watching.